Welcome to Softcraft Studio, where analysts find their edge. In today's bite-sized micro course, we're diving into a skill every Agile project absolutely depends on: requirements gathering. If you've ever struggled with shifting priorities, vague user stories, or misaligned expectations, you're not alone. Agile can feel like a moving target, especially when it comes to capturing what the business really needs. But here's the good news. With the right mindset, methods, and tools, you can turn that chaos into clarity. In this micro course, you'll learn how Agile changes the way we gather and document requirements, the key techniques that actually work, the most common mistakes to avoid, and the tools that streamline your process without slowing you down. Ready to level up your Agile game? Let's get started. In the traditional waterfall model, requirements are gathered all at once, often at the beginning of the project, and treated as final contracts. It's like ordering a custom cake 6 months ahead. You define every detail up front, but by the time it arrives, your needs, or your taste, might have changed completely. Agile takes a different route. It assumes requirements will evolve, so it builds flexibility into the process. You capture just enough detail to move forward and refine as you go. Requirements in Agile are alive. They're shaped and reshaped by ongoing feedback, changing priorities, and what the team learns sprint by sprint. Agile doesn't eliminate documentation, but it prioritizes real-time discussion. You don't hand over a spec. You talk through the why behind a story and what success really looks like. So here's the bottom line. Waterfall is rigid, formal, and fixed. Agile is evolving, collaborative, and flexible. Now that you know how Agile shifts the mindset, let's look at the actual techniques used to gather effective requirements in Agile teams. In Agile, requirements show up as conversations, sticky notes, and short stories. The go-to format is the user story. A user story captures a feature from the user's point of view. As a type of user, I want to do something so that I can achieve a goal. For example, as a customer, I want to track my delivery status so I know when my package arrives. This keeps the team focused. Each story is backed by acceptance criteria, a checklist that defines what done means. This aligns devs, testers, and stakeholders. How do we gather these stories? Through collaborative techniques like user story workshops and backlog refinement. Analysts in Agile act as facilitators to build shared understanding, asking the right questions and surfacing edge cases. Agile is iterative. We constantly refine stories, split them into smaller pieces, and adapt based on user insights. Agile requirements are a living conversation, not a frozen spec sheet. This keeps teams flexible, focused, and user-centered. Agile might feel flexible and forgiving, but bad requirements can derail everything. Let's break down common mistakes in Agile requirements, and how to sidestep them. Mistake number 1. Vague user stories. What kind of user? What kind of dashboard? Expect confusion, delays, and rework if the team has to guess. Next, skipping the acceptance criteria. Agile loves speed, but without clear definitions for success, you'll waste time reworking. Define done before development starts. Another trap? Analysts writing stories in isolation. Agile thrives on collaboration. Draft stories with the team to spot risks early. Agile isn't one and done. If your backlog is gathering dust between sprints, you're doing it wrong. Build in regular refinement to keep stories current. One more mix-up: confusing tasks with stories. A task like design API endpoint is not a user story. Stories are about user value, while tasks outline delivery steps. These mistakes are common, but avoidable. Stay user-focused, collaborate constantly, and treat your backlog as a living guide to deliver real value. In Agile, the best analysts don't just write good user stories. They guide teams, ask sharp questions, and bring clarity to chaos. When writing stories, use the 3 C's: card, the short user story itself; conversation, discussions to clarify and refine the story; confirmation, the acceptance criteria. Before writing a single story, spend time observing real users or stakeholders in action. You'll notice things they don't mention and uncover hidden needs. When a new requirement comes up, ask, why now? Is it driven by user pain, business value, or just urgency? This keeps your backlog focused on impact. Don't let stories go stale. Set a recurring session, weekly or bi-weekly, to review and refine backlog items with devs, testers, and product owners. Some stories need more than words. Use flowcharts, wireframes, or journey maps to communicate tricky logic or user flows. These simple habits, asking better questions, refining often, and visualizing when needed, help you drive clarity, reduce waste, and deliver real user value. Requirements gathering in Agile isn't about chasing perfect documentation. It's about connecting people, translating real needs into clear, testable stories that move the product forward. You, the analyst, are the bridge between chaos and clarity. Here's what we covered in this course. The Agile mindset shifts, the role of analysts, techniques for great user stories, stakeholder collaboration tips, and pro-level habits. These are your edge in every Agile project. Want to sharpen your analyst toolkit? Visit softcraftstudio.net for free blogs, micro-courses, and premium templates built for analysts and by developers. You can also explore our Etsy store for ready-to-use templates for your analyst work, including bug reports and data cleaning checklists. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, or your favorite platform. Let's build a smarter analyst community together. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe for more micro-courses made for analysts. Want templates? Visit softcraftstudio.net and check our Etsy store for downloadable templates. Connect with us online.